Thanks guys, I'm Corey Toon and we're going to have a devil of a time today. Literally, we're going to the Devil's Playground. I'm with 40 of my best friends from Tremonton. We're in between Park Valley and Grouse Creek and I promise you we're going to have a lot of fun, so let's get going.
I started off today by picking up 40 of my newest best friends in Tremonton, Utah, and they took me an hour and a half west of Tremonton out in the middle of nowhere. They told me, you're going to Devil's Playground and you're going to like it.
Been doing this as a group of friends for several years. As a group at the school, we usually have a spring and a fall ride as a group of faculty and staff. And today we've got a lot more friends that have joined us, and it's just a great place to ride, especially this time of year. There's snow in the mountains and there isn't out here. And it's not that far from the metropolitan areas of the Wasatch Front.
And it was just 5 minutes after unloading our machines that we ran into the most incredible mini salt flat. And some of us had a problem staying on two wheels. Just when we thought we were out in the middle of nowhere, we ran into a sheep herder on his horse with his dogs, and about a mile down the road, we ran into what looked like an Old West sheep shearing camp where they were shearing.
Now that is sheer entertainment.
A lot of our ride today was very educational, but as you can see, some of our ancestors had a little bit of a problem.
Just so you know, Higway 30 is that way. Higway 30.
We actually rode on the old Central Pacific Railroad tracks. And as you know, the Central Pacific and the Union Pacific Railroads join not far from here at Promontory Point.
The railroad laid here on this railroad grade until about 1904, when the causeway or the railroad came out of Ogden and went across the lake. At that time, this part of the railroad was abandoned. The track lay here though until about 1940, 44, somewhere in there, where they came and gathered up the rails to use in the war effort for World War II, make tanks and ships and whatever else.
One of our stops today was in the town of Terrace. This town was in existence from 1869 to 1910, and it was 702.1 miles from San Francisco and 1,153 miles from Omaha. Facilities included a 16-stall roundhouse and an 8-track switchyard. The population here varied from a couple hundred to several thousand depending upon the time. You can still see a lot of the remnants of this town, including the Old West Cemetery. Our ride today was not a very treacherous, difficult ride. It was a ride for all ages, all skill levels, and all type of off-road vehicles. However, when you go out on a ride like we did today, you need to make sure you're prepared, as the closest services are over 100 miles away. Make sure you bring plenty of food, water, gas, first aid kits, etc.
They left a lot of the hardware too. You've got a lot of spikes like this, and you have to be careful so that you don't get those in your tires and things, because they'll do a heck of a damage on a tire out here. So it's good to carry a spare and such when you're out here.
We encountered all sorts of artifacts, railroad ties, railroad spikes, and it is so very important that we don't take these things with us. Take pictures, leave only footprints.
So we found these railroad spikes and one of the locals taught me what we do with these. There you go. That's how easy it is.
As you can see, I truly loved playing with the kids today. And please, parents, teach your kids the value of recreating and enjoying nature at its finest. These are the memories that they will indeed guard closest to their hearts.
Did you bring your whole family today?
I only have a daughter, so yeah, I brought my whole family.
Daughter's having fun as well?
Yeah, she's loving it.
I have 3 kids. The first time I came, I only brought one child with me, and so I knew it was a decent ride that we could bring all of them on, and now we're just having a good time.
Do you like coming out here with your family?
Yeah.
What else do you like about it?
I like to drive the four-wheelers.
Everybody here today is a big At Your Leisure fan, but the biggest one of them all, our At Your Leisure poster child, is Principal Eldon, because he has every single episode DVR'd in his personal library. Our final destination today is the Devil's Playground, and I'm not quite sure how to describe this other than massive outcroppings of rocks.
It's hard to find the words that are going to really explain what you feel as you view everything, because it's just amazing.
Well, as you can see, we've covered some incredible territory today, and we have met some amazing people. Box Elder County has so much to offer, but only if you like the outdoors. From the Devil's Playground, I'm Corey Toon. Now let's get back to the other At Your Leisure adventurous.